So I got a couple of emails from people who were curious and they wanted to know, why would something be built that doesn't seem to have any purpose? Well, let's take a look, and to see what they're talking about is a little tricky. One way is to hike down this trail in Balboa Park called the Bridle Trail. We can start way up at 6th and Upas, but we're going to cheat a little and join the trail by walking down this access road that's just a bit north of the lawn bowling green, okay? This trail, I should say, parts of it run right along Southbound 163 through the park, and only a fence separates us from the noise of passing Honda Civics, Toyota Camrys, Chevrolet Equinox CRVs, Kenworths, Corvettes, Mustangs, sightseeing buses, Subaru Foresters, Toyota Camrys, Accord Silverados, and any number of vehicles in the Ford F-Series. Oh, and something else along the way. See how the trail passes right underneath the Cabrillo Bridge? From down here, you get an entirely different view of this 125-foot high bridge built in 1914. Quite sensational it was, a stunning structure that offered an elegant way into the park for pedestrians and those increasingly popular automobiles. And by the way, back then, down here under the bridge was all undeveloped. There were no cars. In fact, there was a lake with, I don't know, maybe some fish, but lilies, a lot of lilies. But of course, we've set our sights on another site, a seeming mystery that's just a little bit more down the trail here as we approach the just under 100 steps of the Juniper Stairs, they're called. If you look just off toward the freeway, and I'll say you have to kind of know what you're looking for, there is, over the chain link, a San Diego oddity that for more than 60 years has been a curiosity to people. It is an on-ramp, freeway on-ramp to 163 South, built back in the 1960s, starts abruptly in a bunch of bushes, so it comes from nowhere with no one ever having used it. From up above, look here. Here are some photos Brent Schoaf sent us. You can clearly see there's an on-ramp down there. So what's the story? Well, back in the 1960s, there were plans to widen Highway 163 through the park, to add more lanes each direction, and with them, more on and off ramps. One proposal called for an interchange like this one in LA, but there was so much public opposition, it never happened. All except for this one on-ramp that sort of jumped the gun and now sits mostly out of view and, since its birth, out of service. And imagine, if you will, also, had construction continued, what a different look there'd be to this part of our city, and what a different story we'd be telling.